I'm going to be demonstrating to you some movements that you can do to strengthen your muscles utilizing some small dumbbells. If you don't have small dumbbells, you can use anything with a little bit of weight or load. Some examples may be 2 water bottles of the same size filled with water, 2 cans of food that are, of course, as much as possible the same weight. If you have 2 small bags of rice or 1 bag of rice, you can utilize all those. The most important is do the movements slow and controlled. And if any movement doesn't feel comfortable for you, or if you feel any sort of pain, please do stop. Remember, breathe freely throughout the movement. First, we're going to do position that's going to be seated down. Make sure you have a sturdy seat that you can sit on, preferably not something with wheels on, because I don't want you rolling out of the room. So what I have here is a very stable seat. Of course, we don't want a seat that's too small that you have to figure out balance. Try and get one that is very stable. Put both your feet well planted on the ground and sit all the way back in. I'm going to grab all of these dumbbells, and I have 2 kilo dumbbells here. You can utilize whatever dumbbells that work for you in terms of weight. I would advise you start with something a bit lighter, and as you go through the weeks and you are more regular with it, you feel they're a bit easy, then you can progress up to heavier resistances. And I would go up maybe by half a kilo to a kilo each time. How do you know if the weight is getting too easy for you that by the time I'm going to be doing 10 repetitions each, by the time you reach about the 8th repetition, so 8, 9, and 10, it should be slightly challenging, but you can still maintain relatively good form. If you find that you're breezing through the 10 easily, it may be a bit easy for you, but if right at the start that's the case, just leave it for a few weeks, do the same weight, and then progress from there. The first one we're going to do is a bicep curl. So hands by your side, posture tall. We want to work on those posture muscles. Try and brace that core, meaning try and draw the belly button to the backbone just a bit. Posture tall, and we're going to breathe out as we bring those dumbbells up towards your shoulders, palm facing you. When you go down, the palms will be facing each other. So see how I rotate those dumbbells. Breathe out as you go up. That's 2. Good control. 3, 4, 5. Once again, if anything doesn't feel right, just slow down the movement and stop. 6. That's why doing it slow is important. 7. If something doesn't feel right, at least you can stop. If you go very fast, 8, then you won't have the chance to slow down before you injure yourself. So very important, slow and control. And I'm going to do one more. I think I got one extra, but it's okay. Right, that's going to work your arms. The next one is going to be shoulder press. So we're going to bring our hands up to about this position. If your shoulders feel best doing the movement with palm facing each other, that's okay. We can also move our hands about 45 degrees. So you see I'm facing about 45. The last option is all the way out. I prefer to start with the 45-degree option, but you choose what best suits you. From here, posture tall. Breathe out as you go up. And come back down. Breathe out. 2, 3. If, for example, you feel 4, any pain along the way, then stop at the range. So, for example, if I feel pain past here, 5, I'm going to just stop there. And as you get stronger, you can do a bit more, okay? 6. More is not always better. 7, sometimes less, goes a long way. 8, 9, and 10. Very good. I'm going to put one dumbbell down here because I'm going to show you another exercise. If, for example, you can't get to 10 repetitions, it's absolutely fine to go for 5 to start with, and as you get stronger, go to 6, 7, 8. You can use that as a gauge of how you're getting stronger. Remember, most important is control and slow speed. The next one, we're going to have the dumbbell between our legs. Remember, you could use a dumbbell, you could use a full water bottle, you can use a small bag of rice. Canned food is also an option. Remember, your body doesn't differentiate what tool you're using as long as it has a bit of load. From here, the dumbbell I'm holding with 2 hands, just like this, and all I'm going to do is breathe out as I go up. Breathe out as I go up, as straight as possible, the arms, but if you can't, then you can do a slight bend like I'm just demonstrating here. That's fine too. Very good. I've got 5, 6, nice and controlled, 7, 8, 9, one more, 10. Very good. I'm going to put those dumbbells down to the side. That's our combination that you can do for your upper body with some dumbbells seated down. The next exercise is going to be working on your lower body, getting you strong to be able to sit down and stand up, working on those lower body muscles. It's going to be a squat, so you need a sturdy chair. We don't want a roller chair where you're going to roll out of the room. We want a chair that is sturdy, preferably something wide so you have space. If you have handles, that's great, but if you don't, that's fine. The first exercise is going to be a squat, feet about hip width apart. You can use your hands to help yourself up, stand up tall, and put your hands down on the armrest and down again. Breathe out as you go up. Put your hands down, breathe in. If you have a chair that doesn't have armrest, you can put your hands on your thigh, push yourself up, pushing with the heels into the ground. Put your hands again and sit down. Over time, as you get stronger, you don't need to use your hands or you use less of your hands. You can just have your hands kind of nearby, but utilizing just your lower body, but just having your hands nearby in case. Same, if you don't have a chair with armrest, you can also just put your hands there, and it's just a guide just in case you need it halfway. As that becomes easier, you can also grab hold of a dumbbell, hold it at chest height, breathe out. Breathe in as you come down, of course, with the resistance of a dumbbell. If you don't have a dumbbell, you can use cans of beans or 2 water bottles full or a bag of rice. Depending on your fitness level and ability, you can use that to challenge that squat just a bit. This next combination is going to be stretches that you can do in the chair. So one is, I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see me. Come to the end of your chair, again, sturdy chair. Preferably not a roller chair so that it doesn't slide back. One leg straight, being at the end of your chair, hand on the thigh of the leg that's straight, and just reach down as far as you can. You should feel a good stretch on the hamstrings. Point the toe towards you. Hold this stretch for about 30 seconds to a minute. If you're feeling very, very stiff, you can hold it a bit longer. Usually one side is going to be a bit stiffer than the other. So the side that's a bit stiffer, please spend a bit more time on that side so that they can even themselves out. Once you're done, change over. Hand on the straight leg, sit tall, lean forward. Feel that good stretch underneath the hamstring. That's the first stretch. I'm going to turn my chair just here so you can see me. Next one is a glute stretch. Again, depending on what you can do. Left ankle over the right knee. Left hand on the left knee, right hand on the left ankle. Sit tall, lean forward. This is a good stretch for the glutes or your butt muscles of the left leg. Hold that position, deep breath. Again, going for about 30 seconds. If you can hold it for a minute, that's great. You can do this in front of the TV. You can do this while waiting at the bus stop, wherever you are. The more you stretch out, the better flexibility of the muscles you'll have and better mobility in the joints. Remember, if you don't use your muscles and joints, you're going to lose the ability over time. And so these small stretches and the strength training that I demonstrated are going to be useful to help you firstly maintain your muscle levels and strength, but also help improve your muscle levels and strength so that you can be a bit more independent, do stuff for yourself without having to rely on others. Remember, don't wait till it's too late where you have no strength at all, and it's never too late. Just keep doing bits and pieces. Some days you'll do more, some days you'll do less. Some days you just do 1 or 2 exercises. Some days you may do the whole sequence and adjust it based off of how you feel that day. Let's change sides to the other side. All right, so now my right ankle over left knee, right hand on the right knee, left hand on the right ankle. Sit tall, lean forward. Another one, you could just have a little timer or your phone and just switch it on. Leave it there for a minute while you watch your show. Deep breaths as you do it. Right, keeping that back straight as you can. Nice. 4, 3, 2. Sitting tall, interlock your fingers. If you can, reach those palms up towards the ceiling. Really reach as high as you can. Hold that nice strong posture. Right, really reach those palms towards the ceiling. This is going to stretch out your shoulders, a bit of the back as well. Posture tall, we don't want to be hunched over. Again, 30 seconds to a minute. I'm demonstrating less, but you hold it a bit longer, all right? The next one is going to be the front of the thigh stretch. So sometimes these can get very tight, or if you have stiff knees. So the actual stretch is going to be reach your heel towards your butt and hold on to your ankle right here. If you can't do this, you can find an elevated chair with a cushion where you can put your leg up on there and just stay there. You can feel that good stretch on the quads. If you want to feel more of a stretch, find a higher surface, could be the side of the bed, but make sure you have somewhere to balance. So put another chair in front of you if you need it, or you're against a wall so you can hold on. We don't want to be in this balanced position and you're not familiar and you fall over, right? Safety first, remember. Once you change over, do the other side. Deep breath. And if, for example, this is too easy for you, but the original option that I gave, let me get a towel right here, 1 second. Lots of stuff here. You can use a towel as well. I showed you the original one's this, but not everyone can do it. You can just take a towel, put it around your ankle, and you can just hold the wall and just hold it there. If you have the strength and ability to do that, that's going to be great, all right? The next option is going to be a chest stretch. Find an elevated surface, could be a doorway, could be somewhere safe that you can hold on to. You're going to put your elbow, so I've got my left elbow up, 90 degrees, press my elbow into that surface and turn my head and feet away. This is going to stretch out the chest, because imagine you're on the computer for hours and hours. These muscles can get really stiff. So here, press your elbow into the surface and turn your head and feet away. You'll feel a good stretch, chest, shoulders as well. Once you finish 30 seconds to a minute, then do the other side. I hope this combination was useful for you if you put it together with some of the dumbbell work that we did, including the lower body squats and the stretches. You can do all of them, but take breaks in between, or you can break them up and do some on one day, some on the other. The most important is consistency and regularity, not intensity for now, but as you get fitter, you can do a bit more. I hope that's helpful.